Hey guys, it's Jess. It is August 1st, so that means it's time for a What's Sold on Poshmark and eBay video from me. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into this, and I'm gonna start out with Poshmark sales, and I'm only doing 5 sales this month. I've sold a lot more than this, but I just want to pick out interesting ones that maybe have a little bit of a story behind them so I can share that with you. So anyways, let's get started. Poshmark, the first thing I want to share is a No Boundaries NB tank top. It was a butterfly tank top. It's really pretty. I have maybe 30 of these tank tops. So I put these in my Poshmark closet for bundles, basically. I said my price is firm, so I wasn't taking any offers on these because they're priced at like $5 or $6. So they're pretty cheap anyway. So they were meant for people to just, you know, if they feel like they're buying a shirt and they don't want to pay this $6.95, which honestly, I don't like paying $6.95 for one item. So they could bundle it and bundle it with one of these tank tops that are super cute, and that way they feel like they're getting more for their money. Anyways, this just one sold for $6. I ended up getting $3 because Poshmark takes a big fee out of anything under $10, and then I only paid $1 for it. So the next thing was, speaking of bundles, it was a bundle of Free People dresses. And one of these Free People dresses I bought at Plato's Closet when they had their 90% off sale. And it was marked at $20, so I got it for $2. This was the orange one. And the other Free People dress, it was a velvet. It kind of looked like a nightgown in a way, because I wore it to work once and then I kind of questioned myself. So either way, they both sold for $35, and I ended up taking home $28, and I paid $7. And the other one I got at Goodwill. The next thing is a Tom's Wedge, Tom's Wedges, shoes, basically. I love selling shoes. I think my pictures are kind of amazing, so I work very hard to make my pictures look good. I think it helps sell things, so make sure your pictures are good. These I got from a person at work. I was gonna say an employee. I didn't know her. We have an email system where we sell the stuff at work through our email, and she was selling these for $10. And I don't spend that much on used shoes, but I thought they were super cute. They'd be good for summer. I did have these maybe a month. I ended up taking an offer of $20 on these. Poshmark took their fee, so I ended up with $16. So I made like $6 profit. The next thing is a super cute cat blanket. It was Sleep a Sophie, and this is something I bought at retail from one of the stores I shop at, and I had somebody pay full price for this, and this rarely happens on Poshmark. People don't pay full price. They use the make an offer button. They paid $35. I ended up taking home $28, and I paid $12 for this. And the last thing that I sold on Poshmark is a Joseph Ribkoff, I think I'm saying that right, jumpsuit. And it was, funny story, obviously. So I had this listed on eBay because it was vintage, and I didn't think vintage did very well on Poshmark. And I had it listed on eBay for probably a year. I started at $77.77, ended up lowering the price all the way down to $27.77. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put it on Poshmark. I mean, just cross listing takes like 5 seconds. So I did that. It was listed at $77.77 for a week and sold for full price. And I still had it on eBay for $27.77. I don't know. It's a mystery, but I will enjoy the money. So thank you. And so I sold that for $77.77. I took home, how much did I take home? Oh, $61.60, and I only paid $5. So that's great. Okay, let's move on to eBay. So one of the things I sold on eBay was a Cassie LuLaRoe skirt. And I mean, most people don't know this, or whoever watches my videos. I used to be a consultant for LuLaRoe. I made all my money back. It wasn't an issue. I don't have any problems with LuLaRoe. But I do have maybe 80 items left. They're not the cutest ones either, so these are probably from my original order. So this is one. I'm losing money on all these if you technically say what I paid for each item. But anyways, I sold this for $9.99. The wholesale price on this item is $15. So I did take a loss. The next thing are a pair of dance shorts. So I bought these on Poshmark in a bundle, and like I said, you know, I like to bundle things. So when I see something I like, I'm not just gonna buy that. So I bought a shirt for myself, and then I bought these shorts to resell because I saw they had a little bit of a resale value. So I wanted to get all my money back. That's how you shop, people. That's how you shop. Anyways, even funnier story is, so they sold for $24.99. I technically paid $15 if you split out my bundle. But the lady wanted to return these, and I'm one of those people that don't accept returns because I don't want to deal with it. So I declined her return because she said it didn't fit. And with those, if you don't accept returns, you can decline them, and eBay says that's okay. So I declined it, and a couple days later, I got a negative feedback, and she said these shorts didn't fit, and buyer would not return. So, you know, negative feedback, it's not the end of the world, but I was kind of a little ticked off. So I contacted eBay through Facebook, eBay for Business. And this is something you may want to know. So you can contact them through Facebook and tell them the item number, give them your eBay store and your information, and they will contact you back within, I think, 24 hours. And I explained the situation. They said they saw that I put the measurements out there, so her feedback wasn't relative, and they removed it for me. So now I have 100% again. I was pretty stoked about that. The next thing I sold on eBay was a Chico's jacket. So Chico's, not a good brand. Size 3, decent brand, or a decent size that does sell if it is unique enough. So this one, actually I bought it for $4 at an estate sale, and I went with my daughter. So we had family time. And so I bought it last weekend, or, you know, the weekend before it sold on a Monday. So it was up for like 2 days. So I bought it for $4, sold it for $27.77. The next thing, if you watched my video on the wholesale order I did on bulk.com, I got a large assortment of razors, and I lotted them up, and one of the lots was 20 razors, and I ended up selling them for $37.77. And after I did the calculations and everything, I ended up paying $14. So not much of a profit, but still, it's okay. And bulk did end up giving me $55 back because of all of the damaged items. So I thought that was pretty nice. And so the last thing I sold on eBay was a hoodie. I bought it at a garage sale this summer, and it said a World Series of Poker, so it was pretty cool. It was also a 3X, which is a really good size. And I ended up selling this for $69.99, and I paid $2. And just as a bonus, I want to tell you guys about a little something that I learned. I went, and so my husband and my daughter went to the in-laws this weekend, and I stayed home to clean the house and get organized. So when I did that, one of the tasks that I had for myself was organize under the sink, because it's a disaster. I don't think it's been touched for maybe 5 years. So after doing that, I had a pile of trash, and then I had a pile of like, try to put these on eBay and see what happens. And then a pile I put under the sink again. So I put some perfumes on eBay, and I ended up selling them. So that's pretty awesome. The one that I sold was Mary Kay, and even funnier story is I spelled Mary wrong. So I don't even know. This one I think I ended up buying at either Goodwill or my mom gave it to me. One or the other, but I made some money and all is good. So that is it for what sold on eBay and Poshmark. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.